Hi friends, myself Arnab Kundu. You are watching my channel Technical Arquin, and today I will discuss QBasic programming language, and in this video I will discuss looping statement in QBasic. Actually, loop is a statement that executes repeatedly depending on some condition, and when the condition fails the loop terminates, right? So there are three types of loops in QBasic programming language, and they are like for next loop, while loop, and also do while or until loop. So go to the computer screen. Through QBasic IDE I will discuss loop statement in QBasic. So let's dive in. So friends, I'm just within the QBasic IDE, and here I will discuss looping statement in QBasic. What is loop statement? Loop is a set of statements repeatedly that is executed depending on some condition, right? And when the condition fails, the loop stops execution or loop terminates, right? So in QBasic there are basically three types of loops. One is for next loop, second one while loop, and third one do loop or do while or until loop, right? So I will discuss one after another elaborately, right? So at first, QBasic IDE, I just write the code for next loop, okay? Just write here at first rem loop statements in QBasic, right? Now at first we write, suppose in that way, for, and then write I equal 1 to 5, and then suppose we print the value of I, just write print I here, and after we just write here suppose next, and then end it, right? Now if we execute, just press F5, so it print 1 2 3 4 5, means 5 times the loop is going on, because loop is a set of statements that is repeatedly executed depending on some condition or depends on certain condition, and when the condition fails the loop stops its execution or loop terminates from there, right? So in that way the for loop is going on for 5 times. By default for next loop the step is 1, means it go from 1 to 5 one by one, 1 then 2 then 3 then 4 then 5. Now if we put suppose step is 2 here, now it will just left one step, means it will print 1 then 3 then 5, because step is 2, it will just escaping one step, right? So that's why we put the step 2, right? And now if we execute, just press F5, just see it print 1 3 5, the last 3 row, right? So in that way the for next loop is working into there. If we don't put any step, suppose we don't put any step here, so by default the step is 1, right? So that's why it's print 1 2 3 4 5 in that way. But if we put some step here, suppose we write here step 3, so in that case it's print what, 1, then 2 step will be escape, means after it print 4, and then nothing, right? If we execute again F5, just see the last 2 line it print 1 and 4, right? I hope you have understood this first type of loop which is present in QBasic, which is for next loop, okay? Now we talk about the while loop, right? We are writing in that way. Suppose write here let I equal to 1, okay? And now we using this while loop, just write while, and we check the condition. The condition we are using here relational operator. Suppose we write here I less than 10, then suppose write the next line as a statement of this loop is concerned, just write print, and then just write here suppose I equal double quote end, then put semicolon, then write I, okay? And then we use another important statement which makes the condition fails, so we are increase the I value, so just write I equal I plus 1, okay? And after we just write w end, means end of while loop, and then just put end means end of that program. That means it will print 9 times this I value. Why? Because and every time I is increased. So at first it check I equal to 1, so 1 less than 10 is true, so it's print I equal to 1. Then I is incremented 1, so I will be 2. Now check 2 less than 10, so again I will be 2. In that way, when I value is 9, it will print, because 9 less than 10 is true, so last I value is 9. Now I is increased to 10. Now 10 less than 10 is not true, it's a false, so it terminates from there and stop executing. Okay, so if you run this, so just press F5, just see I equal to 1, I equal to 2, and up to I equal to 9. So in that way we can use this while loop before the for next loop, where we put the I value from 1 to 5. So that's why it just go from I equal to 1, I equal to 2, I equal to 3, I equal to 5. Automatically it terminating when I value reached I is 5, right? Here we put the relational operator for checking the condition I less than 10, right? Now if we put here equal, so the loop will be rotating 1 extra time, means it go up to I equal to 10, right? So if we again execute, just see it go from I equal to 1 to I equal to 10, but previous one is just go to I equal to 9, right? So in that way you can use this while loop in QBasic. And the last example or last type of loop is considered is the do loop, or also known as do while loop or do until loop, right? Suppose we write here let a equal to 1, and now what we do, just write do and then check while a less equal 10, then we just print a equal the value of a, and then same way just write a equal a plus 1, it increment one after another, and after that we just write here loop, right? And then just end the program, just put end here. Now execute F5, it's same way print a equal to 1 to a equal to 10, same way it is just printing. Now if we just increase this step, a equal a plus 2, so a will be 1 step escaping, right? So if we again execute that, it printing a equal to 1, equal to 3, equal to 5, equal to 7, equal to 9, means a equal to 2 is escaped, a equal to 4 is escaped, a equal to 6 is escaped, and a equal to 8 is escaped from the previous output, because we increase the step 1 extra, right? Also we can use the until in that case. How? Just write here do until. Now here you should put some like that, a greater than 10, right? In that way you can do, and if you execute that, same way it is printing a equal to 1, equal to 3, equal to 5, equal to 7, equal to 9. So in that case the until is actually we are using here false condition. When the condition is true, then it will terminating from the loop, means just checked a equal to 1, so checked 1 greater than 10, so what happened? This is a false, that's why it execute the statement, right? Suppose we put the step same way 1 printing from 1 to 10, so a equal to 1 to a equal to 10 it's printing all the a value, but the important part is that the condition is false here. When the loop is terminated, when the condition is true, this is the special case for until, okay? For while the condition when true, then the loop will be executing repeatedly, but when the condition false, then it will terminating from the loop. But in case of until, the condition will be repeatedly execute until and unless the condition is true, means if the condition is false, then the execution of the statement will be going on, right? So this is the difference for do while loop and the do until loop in QBasic, right? I hope you have understood today's 3 different type of loop. One is for next loop, second one is while loop, and third one is do loop or do while or do until loop. If you like this video, please like it, share it more and more. If you have some doubts for today's video is concerned, just write in the comment section. I will try to solve this problem. Those who are still not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. Keep watching Technical Arcane for more videos. So today up to this. Thank you and bye bye.